Do you know what time it is? What? 2 weeks since I streamed because last weekend I was at Morphinominal Expo here in San Antonio, which was awesome. I had a great time. One of honestly, like, I've been to a lot of cons in the last year or so, and I just have so much fun at this con every single year. It's top two for me easily. So, all right, guys. So we have a big thing going on tonight. If you guys have been checking my stories on my Instagram, which I've been letting you guys know, um, we're doing something big tonight. And with that being said, I want to go ahead and tell you what we're giving away at the end of the stream tonight. I have to say, first off, you have to be present at the end of the stream when it happens, okay? And I didn't promote it. It's basically a surprise giveaway. You may know it now because you saw me share it. But the first thing is we got a Megazord letter opener, which is pretty sweet. It comes with the power sword, which is obviously the part that you open the letter with. Very cool piece. But with it is a Jason David Frank autograph. You will get this part of the giveaway tonight. You must be in attendance at the end of this stream. It's scrolling at the bottom. So if you guys want to let people know that, this is the giveaway that's happening tonight in the chat, make sure that they know. We're giving away a JDF autograph. Probably one of the biggest, random giveaways we've ever done on this channel. And it's a thank you to you guys being here, supporting me, being supportive of the channel and everything, and being supportive of everything that I've been working on. So we are giving away a JDF autograph today with a Megazord opener, which is awesome in itself. So I want to say hi to a couple people in the chat real quick. Saying hi to, we got Jeffrey Bennett. What's going on, man? We got Tanya. We got Nick. We got Arrow 26 Studios. What's going on, man? We got Josh's wife. We got Nathan. We got Josh. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. Who else do we got here? We got Cole. He's been he's been in the chat for a while now. I want to say a couple of weeks for sure. We got Tyler. What's going on, man? We got Maddie saying what's going on. We got a lot of people. Rube Gonzalez, John Albert Deff, Justin Chalito, Steven Listen. Awesome, guys. So we do have some guests in the back. We're going to bring them up real quick. Now, you guys know them. They're super famous now in their own right. They have been streaming and promoting Morphinominal Expo for the last 3 months, I would say, consistently, and being on camera and live stream. So they're experts at this now. They're launching their own podcast. I guess they're technically competition now. I guess that's the way I should look at it. But I want to welcome everyone to the chat. We got Lieutenant Muffin. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How's it going? Competition. Man, you cracked me up.
You guys know him as the Texas Zordon, the San Antonio Zordon, the brains behind Morphinominal. Well, I guess they're all brains, but the leader behind Morphinominal. We got Adam. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude?
Have you ever come to Lexicon Toys and Comic Con? I've never been to a con outside of Texas yet. That's
one of the ones I wanted to check out. Actually, I always hear good stuff about that one.
I do too. It's a big one. It's one of the first ones too, right? It's
something like that. Yeah,
there's original 5, which is New York, SDCC, Lexington, and Rhode Island. Those are the originals. It's cool if you have an actual giveaway. Wow, and one day before a birthday night. Ooh, awesome, man. So, guys, we have a lot to do. So we will have a guest later on in the show. He will be talking a bit. He's the guy that actually donated this stuff to us. So hopefully he jumps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
His name is Raymond. He's going to tell us his story a little bit. He has a very extensive collection, which we'll pull up my Facebook real quick, because that's how I just do it now, because I'm lazy and I don't want to upload.
I feel that. Exactly. Hey, it gets the job done. That's all you need to do.
It's easier. It's there, right? And then it becomes content. People are like, what were you talking about? So
exactly.
Hey, Legacy, how you been doing lately? Good, sir. Sorry for missing your streams. No, all is good, man. I've been busy. I was helping these guys with Morphinominal, and I think we're all starting to get to breathe this week, although these two guys are
finally
flying out now here pretty soon. See, the Adam. We got the Adam right there.
The Adam.
It's like the Facebook, except the Adam. West Palm Beach, what's up, man? We got Laura Yetterbader saying, I made it. Hope you are well. Thank you for me. Laura. So I've been doing something new, and on Instagram, because I figured out some things with the Instagram algorithm. I've been doing giveaways exclusively in my Instagram story, and you only know about it.
Oh.
Go check my stories. And so she won the latest one, and she won. I don't remember what she won. She won something cool. Oh my god, I would have to
That's
go
how
back.
many giveaways he does. He doesn't even
That's
remember
how
which one
many
he
give.
does.
I think I put it up
There's
here
no
too.
point.
Nope, I don't remember. What did I give away? Laura, remind me in the chat what I was giving away because you probably it was the figure. No, it was the Pink Ranger Legacy figure, which I put over
Oh,
there. So it was one of the ones that we had here for giveaways. So it's a Pink Ranger in space Legacy figure, which is really cool. I just met Jason Lane Cruz at comic store a couple weeks ago. That's awesome, man. I heard she's been doing some comic store appearances lately. I missed the con this year because of a wedding. Was there new shirts this year and any leftover? Was there any leftover shirts?
I literally just took off the red shirt I had. Leftovers might have been a little bit, right? No?
Honestly, no. But I was gonna reach out to Muff. Well, since the event's been over, we haven't really been talking too much. But I was gonna see if we want.
Because we're mad at each other, but that's a different story.
No, I wanted to see if we wanted to like open like a Spotify store or a big cartel store to sell like the shirts and the
Wow.
That's a good idea. Those shirts this year were awesome. I love those shirts.
This is probably one of my favorite years for merch, to be honest with you.
I got the Green Ranger one and the Yellow Ranger one. I'm glad I pre-ordered them because I think I went to go look at the end of Saturday and there was like a couple of mediums and a small. And like I'm a big boy, and so that's not going to work. So like,
oh yeah, I feel you, man.
Nothing's a big porta, so there was not any extra larges as well.
Not even for me, man.
Look at hanging with Steve. Yeah, Steve's cool. In space, legacy. In space. Yep, it's awesome. These all remind me what I was giving away. Bro, Steve's cousin had some awesome shirts for sale. More phenomenal. Does he have the? What's the name of it? Sucio? Is it called Sucio? Clothing wear?
I don't even know, bro.
Okay, I was like, I think they make shirts there. Hey yo, what everybody up? How's everybody doing? Doing pretty good, man. I guess now that More Phenomenal's over and you get to kind of look back on it, how do you guys feel it went for you guys?
It was hectic. I'm not gonna lie. It was the fight. Didn't even get to really see what happened. It was a blur for me this year, even more so than it normally is.
Taking away the self-criticism, and I know, so every con I've ever worked with, there's always drama, right? There's a little bit of drama behind the scenes, and this one had the least amount. And I know Adam, like I know the thing is I think you focus on the little bit things that happen, and we talked since then. I'm like, dude, but like overall, those little things were so minimal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it didn't affect the show. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody was having a great time from what I was seeing. Now, what I just said, now looking from that perspective, Adam, how do you feel last weekend went?
To be honest with you, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, finally like the adrenaline hit me and I was finally able to like chill and take a look. Like I stayed off Instagram for a couple days. Yeah, I stayed off Facebook and I finally went back and I just saw so much positivity from everybody. So I think it went really well. I think, overall it gave us like a 90 for the event. Like other than those little things like the signage and, like not knowing where the panel room was, just little stuff like you said, I still think we did like a solid 90%.
I think that's really good, actually. I know, and that's if you're able to give it a 90, I think that's really good because I know you're very critical.
But I mean, he's got to remember, bro. This is basically we're back at year zero now because everything had to be bought from scratch. We didn't have any leftovers like our other shows. We're like, well, right, we can just add on to it to make it better.
Right.
We're at ground zero. No shirt presses, no signage nothing to hold them. Not even the table. So we literally had to start from super scratch. So for what it went through to basically seem like nothing happened, I think it's beyond a success to me.
I would have to say too, and even the signage, like I know that's a hard thing to get started on a con that makes no profit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's really, really hard. And this backdrop behind there, I think that's perfect. I know a lot of cons don't have backdrops. I've used my backdrop as a panel room. You guys have seen that before. And I think that was a good taste because now all the videos that were out there, and there was a lot last weekend of people like kind of taking clips from the panels, all has your branding on it now, which was good. And then it was just like I was telling Adam, like, you have it now. You know what I mean? So like
Exactly.
it exists. You can't, it's not like it's a one-time use sort of thing, and you just kind of build on it every little year. But you guys got like four, you got the two big ones in the back, and then you got like five, was it 3 or 4 of the standing ones, which were really nice. So that was more than I thought you guys were gonna have, actually. So when he showed me, I was like, that was pretty cool. The crowd was insane on Saturday. The crowd was nuts, dude. Like, I don't think there was a point where I was like, I don't know, like that line's gonna curve, and I think they're gonna have to say something because it's gonna be like an exit fire safety problem. And like it got all no, it went back. Did you guys see it went back to the
It went pretty far out there, yeah.
It went back past the that aisle. You know what I'm talking about? The one that goes out to the other side.
To the other side, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I wonder if security's gonna have to tell them something because people were starting to get the line was from where it started Celebrity Area, which was on one side of the mall, and the line was up into the stage.
Yeah, they pretty much more than halfway through the whole mall, to be honest. Yeah.
I think it was just touching the stage when we started letting people in, and then that was just the regular line. If you had added the VIP line to it, it would have gone. It probably would have gone all the way to the back of the end of the mall, which was like insane. So, it was getting to it like that. That's made me realize is like, yeah, we the Morphinominal may have outgrown the mall, like, and seeing as many of the vendors that there was, and like it was packed in there as vendors. I feel like, did you have to turn down vendors? Like, we don't have space anymore and stuff like that.
We kind of had like a limit to how many we wanted. We didn't want to oversaturate it with vendors.
Right.
I know the more vendors, the more money, but we wanted everybody to make money. Right. I didn't have 20 Funko guys. There was 2 or 3 Funko guys. We had people selling horror stuff. Everybody was selling a bunch of different stuff. That's why this year you had to fill out an application and we had to see your merchandise this year. It wasn't like before where we just accepted you because you were buying a table. We literally went through the application and saw what you were selling.
And I think that's what makes the mall was what it was this year, and because there's limited space for vendors, I think because you did that, it made it so much better. Now, like say we get a new venue next year, right, and it's bigger and stuff like that. Yes, you can have like 10 Funko Pop vendors because we can fit them and still have quality product at the con, right? But like as far as what we had this year, I think that made it really good because there was a lot of tokusatsu stuff there. There was Super Sentai stuff. There was Power Ranger stuff, of course, and like Power Ranger from like I saw a morph like an SPD morpher. So like there was like plenty of stuff. There was Godzilla stuff, which was awesome. I think the big thing for you guys this year was the constant programming that was going on with the concerts that were happening, the anime idol dancers that were there that were doing performances, just different things that were happening, and then the panels were all happening in conjunction. And I was telling the guys this before, and I think Muffin was there too, was that who would have thought to put like Steve and Brad together? Like that's a random freaking panel. Like, you know what I mean? And I told them from my perspective, it was like kind of like some of these panels had nothing in common other than that they were in Power Rangers. Like these people don't have anything in common, but I think it made it better for the audience to interact with it and to see it. Now, for me as a moderator, it was a challenge because it was like, how do I keep the discussion going while keeping both people interactive in the conversation, right? And it was really, really good for me to learn how to do, not learn, I didn't know how to do it, but to do it more easily. And then it was just amazing panels. Like that was the thing. So like, and I know like I know we had said I was probably supposed to do the True Ranger panel. Things happen, politics happen, things happen. So I mean, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I basically got to do like 3, 4, or I guess 5.5 panels, which was awesome. Yeah. So I shared one panel with Tommy. Tommy got an extra panel on Sunday too. So we I think the panels went really, really well this year. I you know what, I should ask you guys, since you guys were technically my bosses last weekend. What did you guys hear? Did you guys hear any feedback on the panels that we were doing, or anything negative, anything positive, anything to improve?
Honestly, I was running around to
All right.
to even hear anything. My goal was to make sure people were aware that the panels were going on this
Right.
year, because in the previous years we had panels and people didn't know what time they were going on, or if they were even going on, we were like so behind in the previous years, like it wasn't
Right.
priority. But this year it was priority that those panels went on and everything.
Right. And I was okay because I follow you guys on Facebook and Instagram, and it was posted there.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people didn't see it. Maybe next year we just post it more. I think maybe that's it. But I
Yeah.
felt it was easy to find. So
Yeah, maybe next year we'll get like one of those big banners and have like the schedule printed out on it or
On
something.
it so people can see. Yeah.
honestly, what we should do is just get a cheap TV at Black Friday, like a $45 TV, and
Mhm.
just put digital images on there.
On it.
And
Yeah. It's not a bad idea to go to. Yeah.
and that way we don't have to print anything. We don't have to update anything. Like, hope they see the Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, right?
Right.
But it's
Change
just
it. You
like
can
kind
just have
of
it all on there.
just right
Yeah.
there. Like, where was like maybe at the celebrity where you guys were checking in people for the celebrity panel or
Right.
table,
Right.
stuff like that. Okay, so one of the people that I met in person. Well, I haven't met him in person. I met him in person at another con, but I think I met him first time at the last con, but he's been following for a while. And he's the one that actually donated our giveaway today. Guys, everybody welcome Ray to the chat. What's up, Ray? How you doing? I think you're on mute. Might need to unmute. There you go. What's up,
There you
man?
go. Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Okay. All right.
So, if everybody didn't remember, we're giving away this Megazord letter opener due to Mr. Ray here, but we're also giving away a JDF autograph because he donated this to the channel today. So everyone, make sure to thank Ray in the chat. I want to see some nice emojis, clapping. Thanks, Ray, in the chat. Make sure to thank him because it's only possible because of him.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to give back to the Ranger community, man. I've been a fan since '93 when they first came out.
So, man, when he
Oh,
approached
gee.
me,
Yeah.
when he approached me with it, like he sent me a picture and he was like, "Hey, I'm coming to," because he found out about Morphinominal. I think you found out through me about Morphinominal, or did you find out through something else?
No, it was from you.
It was from me. Okay, so
Yeah.
you came in from Laredo, right?
No,
You said?
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso. Okay, so you
Oh,
came in from El
wow.
Paso,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
so he drove in for the day to come to Morphinominal. He didn't find out he was going to go to like a Wednesday or something like that, and then he showed up on Saturday, and then he was like,
Hey.
"Hey, I want to donate this to your channel," and I was like, and he sent me the picture, and I was like, it's too much. Like I can't do that. Like I can't like
Right.
do that and not feel guilty. And he was just like, no, like I really want to give back. And I was like, that's awesome, man. So, but one of the things I wanted to do, he showed me his collection. I was like, dude, we got to bring you on to show you the collection, to show his collection because it's extensive. And you wanted to talk a little bit about your time with JDF, right? Like that when you met him, the couple of times you met him.
Yeah, I met him 5 times in total. I've been blessed to meet him. He came here to El Paso, Texas, to El Paso Comic Con, and I met him the first time, and I only had enough money to sign one toy at the time, you know. But all I wanted to do was just show him the other toys that I had. I was like, look, man, I'm a fan. Here's my collection, you know. But here, I'm going to show you this, but I only have enough money to sign one toy. And he goes, do you want me to sign those? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't have enough money. He goes, that's not what I asked you. And he ended up signing my whole toy, like, and he took pictures, man. He was the coolest guy ever, man. Like,
Nice.
like he's not even in it for the money; it's for the fans, you know.
Right.
That's what I loved about him. He stayed humble, and that's who he was, you know. And then he also came here because when he was doing I think it was during COVID when he was doing Save the comic shops, I believe.
Oh yeah.
He came to El Paso again for Black Sheep Comics. Shout out to Black Sheep Comics. I met him there. He stayed till I believe 1 a.m.
Wow.
Last man standing, 1 a.m. and I didn't get my signature till 12 midnight.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. I felt bad for him. My wife's like, here, I have some homemade cookies. Bring him some homemade cookies so he can eat. Because I'm sure he probably didn't even take a break during that. So he was happy I brought him some cookies and stuff to keep his energy up.
No, that's
Right,
awesome.
right.
Yeah, and then he went to Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and that's where he brought his daughter because he was promoting starting to promote the Legend of the White Dragon.
Right.
And that's where I have that signature card that he showed you. That's where I got it from, signed.
I put it in a protective case too, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that's where that's from, and that's where it was signed. So
awesome.
that's
And
why
I like how he's because this was at this time he was really promoting his poetry. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His performance poetry. So
Yeah.
that makes sense because it also says about the spoken truth. So, and this is one thing I heard about a lot. Like he would just like sign something around him and just like give it away. And this was probably like on him somewhere around him. And he just signed it and give it away. So like when I saw that and I was like, oh my God, like he just gave this to you randomly. I know that he did. So it's like, it's really awesome, man, that you're donating. There's a lot of people I know. I knew when we announced what this was going to be at the beginning of the stream that when we gave this, because there's a lot of people that didn't get to meet him. You know what I mean? I did get to meet him briefly. Because I had started collecting during COVID or a little bit before COVID, but and he was doing the same thing, the comic book tour, the comic book store tour. But for me, I really didn't go to cons before COVID. And when he passed, I think that more kind of like I should go meet the people I want to meet. You know, like that was one of my motivating factors too. One thing I was going to ask you. Because you have these two pictures that you sent me. Did he pose with your sword?
Yeah. So I had the sword custom made. I forget who did it. A friend of mine did it. And I brought it to him, and he was like stunned. He was ecstatic because I guess it was the first time seeing one. So he posed with it, and I had to take a picture because I thought it was pretty cool.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
I was all excited. And he was doing that
looks
evil,
really clean.
evil Green Ranger laugh.
Yeah.
Whoa! Well, he did it real like whoa.
Yeah.
You have a lot of things, man. Like you probably have one of the most extensive collections I've seen.
And just look at that. Look at that case.
So much of it is signed, though. Like
that's what I've been noticing is it's signed. That's the crazy part for me.
Yeah, the last person I need to meet is Karen Ashley. She's the last one I'm missing.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody else, they're all signed. Yeah.
This is a lot of stuff, dude. This is a lot. And you brought one of the Costco like shopping carts to the con too. I saw that.
Yeah, I had a wagon full of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that wagon.
That was actually really. I saw like 6 or 7 people with wagons that brought that to Morphinominal, which I was just like, whoa. And a lot of it was because of Shiro Uzumi and Rico Chibai, but like that. There was a lot of people getting a lot of things signed. Dude, don't tell me the little freaking play school thing is signed. Is that signed?
Yeah, the play.
It's signed?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, dang, man. Like,
dang, no stone left unturned with him, man.
That's funny.
I've been collecting for at least 5 years. This is like 5 years of stuff.
Dude, I've been collecting for 5 years and I don't have all this stuff.
Oh,
like,
what's that saying? You're a kid at heart, but you have adult money now. So
you have that's way more than adult money, my friend. Just not to put you on blast or anything, but this is a lot. You have freaking Gold Team, man.
Yeah, that was the hardest to find, and
I've only seen people sell this like 3 times in the last like 6 years.
Yeah, that's that one, the Automorphin and the 8-inch of the Gold Team. Those are pretty hard to find, man.
Adam, did you know that someone was selling a Gold Team at your con?
No.
There was a Gold Team there?
Yeah, $400.
Where? I didn't even see that at all.
It was by the stage. Actually.
Oh, what the?
I stopped. I think I got a picture of it. I'll have to put it up sometime. But I was the first time I've ever seen a Gold Team in person. Ever.
I wanted to see one in person. I was just about to say I've never seen one in person, and I'm going to find out I had the chance.
He said 400, and in my head I was like, "That's not bad." And I don't know why I said that. But I was, because I've seen people sell them for like 600, 700,
For a lot more,
right?
yeah. No,
And I
yeah,
was like,
for sure.
I was like, can I do that? It was
You're
like,
like,
and I
oh, it might
and
be
then
reasonable.
I was like, walk away. But like, and you got the SDC one here.
Yeah, that's where I went to
Nice.
Morphinominal Expo, and I got Shiro to sign the
That's
gold
awesome.
right. Yeah, it
And
was
then
his first.
I saw
first
this
one.
time. Paul had this at the con, and that was the first time I'd seen one of these in person. And this
Those
is
are
pretty
nice
cool.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think they're
met
selling it in a couple of weeks.
yeah, I
You
met
did?
Austin in Albuquerque. That's where I got that one signed. Albuquerque.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over to the chat real quick. I've been way behind. Patrick Sky's in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. How about North Star Mall next year?
No, I feel like that's even less room, to be honest with
I was
you.
about to say, man, and I feel like that would be like 5 times the
Way
price.
too crowded. Oh yeah.
Hey, Legacy, just checked out your new website. Thank you very much. By the way, the legacyandnerd.com is officially launched. Very excited for you, as well as proud of what you have accomplished lately. May you have continued success with your brand, many blessings, and you have my forever respect for you and what you do for the Power Rangers fandom. I appreciate that, man. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Let's see, going through a little Michael Gatto's panel. That was Tommy's panel. I didn't get to see that. Did you guys see that?
I didn't get a chance to see that one either.
Yeah, I didn't get a
Yeah.
chance to see anything.
I got I do got an interview with Michael Gatto that will come out eventually once I need time.
Oh,
Basically, I have to have time to edit. Like I work all day and then I try to edit a little bit like at lunchtime, and then basically that's what I need to do. That's why I
throughout
panel
the day, yeah.
Right. I
Right.
could the panels I could just throw up. You know what I mean? Make sure they're not a big deal. Bring Austin St. John next year. Yeah. Bring Tammy back with Jenna. Oh my gosh. That was
No,
interesting.
I think-
I thought Tabby was gonna pop up for the. I thought she was gonna pop up for
I
the
think we
experience.
next year we are not doing anybody from Mighty Morphin,
Right.
or in space. Like we will not bring anybody from that.
We're doing past the Bond era. That's gonna be the goal.
So
Again,
kind of behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and Adam and Muffin are kind of, they know a little bit about this stuff, but like, so I was the one that kind of brought Tammy with the JDF experience into Morphinominal. So we knew that she was going to ask for like a donation, stuff like that, but we didn't know like the price until like maybe a week or two before. And then we kind of like, we're trying to like tell her like, you know, we think it's too high, you know what I mean? And just being realistic about it. We don't know like how it's going to go. So on Saturday, I know not that many people went, and that was Tammy was there at Morphinominal. She was there hanging out in the room. I know Diana worked really, really hard on the JDF experience. She's the one that kind of like collected everything, made it all presentable, framed everything, made everything nice.
she was the heavy lifter for that one.
And I know basically by Sunday, they had decided like anybody can come in, just try to donate something, $5, $10. And then Sunday, there were so many people in there. And Diana was in there giving private tours of everything, giving stories behind items. Like they did have the original 93 spandex Green Ranger suit in the building that was there. A lot of people didn't recognize it because they put the Bat in the Sun shield on top over it. To make it more presentable and room and space sort of thing. But a lot of people got to experience the 93 suit. JDF did steal that or take it and never return it ever. But but he didn't get the shield. That was the whole thing. Like he had taken the helmet and he had taken the suit. I don't think he got the gloves or boots, but I think he took like the main pieces. And like
I would too.
He was like, they're mine now. So that was pretty sweet. There was a lot. His personal toy collection was in there. Like a part of it was in there, which was really cool to see some of the things that he was collecting. Also, he was collecting like little Lego things that people were making and custom stuff. He was collecting that. And then there was like his own personal gi from his own martial arts studio that was there, which was really, really cool. So Sunday, it was awesome. I think they figured it out Sunday. They got the model that they needed to take it to Power Morphicon with, and all the best to them. I know that was really, really a hard thing to put together, so I'm glad that a lot of people got to experience it. I know one of my buddies came up to me, and they said that they let them wear JDF's communicator, and I thought that was pretty
nice.
cool. Yeah. Everyone's saying thank you, Ray. for the giveaway. You're the bomb, Ray.
Man, I wish I
Let's
could show
go,
you.
Ray.
Giving back to my fellow community,
This is awesome. And Adam did donate
Adam.
something to give away. Adam, Morphinominal Expo, and Adam did give us a big thing to give away. The thing is, it's a thing I know people are very particular on, so I need to figure out the right type of packaging before I announce it and give it away. And Adam, if you know what you gave me, so you kind of see how people can be when they get those in the mail. So I want to make sure I have the right stuff to ship it first before we do that. But we'll give that away at a certain point once I get time to go to the store and look at packaging. Honestly, with all the negative stuff I've seen in the Ranger community lately, Ray, that really is one of the best things I've seen that gives hope for the Ranger fandom. I agree, man. That's just
I really definitely agree. Mm-hmm.
This is Power Rangers Latino America. I met him at the con. I think Adam, you met him as well.
Dude, I love that dude, man.
He's awesome, man.
He's
super
awesome.
positive,
He's
dude.
great.
Good
energy.
He posted, part 2 of his video, and I have at the end I have like a little interview, and I kind of.
Oh, I need to watch that.
I saw.
If you watch his video, you see who my next guests for next year are going to be. Basically,
is that confirmed or is that just hopeful?
No, I've pretty much got like 80%. Confirmed
that's very good. Yeah,
80%.
Next week. Oh, Patrick's guys gonna be next week at PMC. I think he made a big announcement about that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. If you would put it in the chat if you're allowed to. Yeah, I won't be attending. Have to wait until after. I think a lot of us, I can't go to PMC that definitely want to. I met him at a comic book store. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. We're super bummed.
No, you're good. You're good.
One of the biggest regrets is never meeting him. See, like that was one of. I feel like a lot of people have that story about JDF. So that makes it really, really cool that you donated that, Ray. I really appreciate that. The PP protection loan. Same thing. I didn't start until going to recently. Would have loved to meet him. Classic. Jason treated you like a family member. I met him at a local comic book shop as well. Special time. Wish I had not slept on meeting the Rangers. I'll forever miss out on my favorite Ranger now. I see. It's one of the most stories because we do. I don't know if you guys know, but we do the JDF tribute show here on this channel every year. So it's gonna be the 3rd year coming up here. So I think we'll have. Last year we had Francis. This year we'll see about who we can get. Maybe Patrick can jump on this year. That'd be really cool. I'm thinking about trying to do different guests every year.
Right.
As long as the channel's alive. And I think this year we'll give away the Master Morpher for the giveaway.
Ooh,
for that
can I enter that?
Yes, you can enter that. Anyone can enter it.
I don't got one.
Someone told me they bought one at your con for $300.
Really?
Yeah, it was there.
Ooh.
So, dude, a lot of people were telling me that some of the stuff that they were getting was pretty cool. Let's see. Hey, Ranger Restoration. Oh, everyone's saying hi. Dan Ray, you met JDF, and I have a few, but not the helmets and the Blue Ranger Power Lance and Power Ranger, the Yellow Ranger Power Dagger. It's awesome, man. I don't even think I've gone through all his stuff. Let me see.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I got this pack from the UK. I had to get it from the UK Amazon. Let's see.
And I travel because I live in El Paso, far West Texas. So
it
takes me at least 8 hours to get to San Antonio, 10 to Houston.
Jesus.
But I make the trip, because they don't really come to El Paso. It's a small town, but I'll make the trip. But
this is a lot of stuff, bro. This is not 5 years. This is when you sent me this stuff, I was like, this dude's been collecting since 2008. That was what I saw.
I drove all over. I think the furthest I drove was California, but
wow.
Yeah.
But even then, California's kind of closer for you because you're on
it's
the edge of it. Yeah.
So this is what I saw at your con, Adam. This was pretty
nice.
Yeah, the automorphins are double the 8-inch. Yeah, they're more popular.
Yeah. And the only problem with the automorphin that I see yours doesn't have it, but a lot of the bubbles are yellowed.
Oh no, I try to keep it out of. I have it in a case. I try to keep it out of sunlight and stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the panel. Some of my pictures here. So we did have a panel with Steve and Brad, which was really cool, really awesome. I think Steve was having a pretty good time because right before we started, and you'll see it in the video, you should be able to see it in the video. He looks at me and goes, 30 minutes, right? I was like, yeah, 30 minutes. So he was having a fun time there. I wanted to get back to the table, but they are already friends, which I didn't find out until after when Adam told me. He was like, one of the reasons he put them together is that they were pretty good friends. We did get a lot of story about the White Ranger that Brad was supposed to be. There's some things that I have an interview coming out. One of the interesting things he told me in that interview coming out, and you guys can wait for the video, but I'll tell you now, is that he said he thinks his character's name was supposed to be Adam, which is interesting. He said that they were throwing around that name, and if you guys remember at that time, the time that he got cast was before Adam, Rocky, and Aisha came into the picture. But the weird part about that was that JDF's name in Cybertron was going to be Adam. So I think they just were thinking about that name in general, like they wanted to use it somewhere. Right. Eventually, Johnny Young Bosch got it. He wore the suit. He got fitted for the suit. He trained to be in the White Ranger suit, and a couple weeks before, they just moved him over and they just changed everything to VR, which was pretty cool. I think he kind of looks at it a little sadly because VR kind of was a short run out of Power Rangers, but I don't think he has any regrets. He has like I don't know if anybody knows in the chat, but he's like a super successful voice actor now. Like
I barely learned about that this year. I was surprised with everything he does.
That surprised me too, because people talk about Johnny Young Bosch, like the Power Ranger that's a voice actor now, right?
Yeah.
But he's doing just as much, almost just as much stuff as Johnny Young. Johnny Young does a million things, right? But Brad Hawkins does like 500,000 things. You know what I mean? So he's doing My Hero Academia. He's doing, was it Goblin something?
Yeah.
He did Demon Slayer, I think they were saying. I don't know anime very well, but he was talking about a bunch of shows. I was like, that's a lot. So I'm surprised he's not more of a guest like at anime cons. Oh, honestly, I appreciate that, Matthew. Thank you very much. Abba Killer for Morphinominal 2025. That'd be cool. Michael Gatto was talking about what it was like being a teacher and his students asking him about Power Rangers. He told me about it in the interview too. He's a good guy. Permanently borrowed the suit. Okay, I think we're just gonna skip. I already threw out the idea about starting collective fund so we can get more Japanese. Dude, that's
not gonna say no to that.
I mean, I can tell you as a sponsor, they treat their sponsors well. I'll say that. Thank you for making Power Rangers more accessible for the fans that can't be able to travel to California. That's
the dream. Point. That's the goal.
Yeah. I met someone that came from Detroit to Morphinominal. Trying to think.
Somebody from Chicago.
I think I met the Chicago person. I'll be at PMC next week. Issue 2, Rise of the Dragon comic will be available there. Hosting a Forever Green group photo on Saturday. Awesome.
Nice.
I want that Master Morpher. I think everyone wants that Master Morpher. Hey, it's Francis. What's going on? Legacy of Nerd is amazing. Great job, Morphinominal Expo, on your show as well. I'll definitely try to get there next time. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
Thank you.
I'd love to meet Francis in person.
We'll be waiting.
Francis is like the most like popular person today because a lot of crap.
I've been seeing.
Francis had like a really good interview with Bat in the Sun. Come out a couple days ago.
Nice.
And then Aaron from Bat in the Sun decided last night to like have drama. We'll talk about the drama a little bit tonight. Not too much because I feel like Francis covered most of it. But
right.
He did say he would be open to a VR reboot. He did tell me that too. He said he wanted to come in as the mentor. They all want to be mentors now. Because what he said was like, he says, my high kick is not that high anymore. And he says, like, I can just like kind of like just sit there and be the mentor, but look awesome.
Teach him. Yeah.
And he was like, and then like they can bring stunt in and I'll be fine. So yeah, played Brackenhoff's brother in VR Troopers. I don't think I remember hearing that part. I also didn't forget about our interview. Just been busy. Oh, no worries. One Piece and Goblin Slayer. He kills it. See, I was thinking
Goblin Slayer.
Everyone say hi to each other. Unfortunately, I was unable to meet JDF ever. However, JDF will have my respect and honor for what he did for the Power Rangers fandom. I'm super disappointed about that fact. I never met JDF. Honestly, would have lost my darn mind if I had met him in person. Definitely would have fanboyed and in front of JDF. And then which brings a good question to all three of you guys. Have you guys ever met someone? And then I know Adam's too cool, so it probably doesn't apply to him. But have you ever met someone that's like a celebrity and just like been like, nothing's coming out. Like like voice disappears. Has no
Just
idea what to say. Muffin, what about who do you pick?
that fanboy in front of anybody.
Yeah,
Probably a little bit for Mike Jen, I would say.
Oh, okay,
For RPM
From
Gold, I think. Just because it was
RPM?
RPM.
that's a cool one. Adam, anyone?
I'm trying to think. I've met
See,
so
because
many.
he's like,
met
man,
so many
he'll
He's
go
met
up and
so
meet like
many,
Ryan
and he
Reynolds.
said so little.
He'll go meet
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, you know what I mean?
That's kind of been our philosophies. They're just like people. We go to just to hang with them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
What
think if
about
there's
you?
really anyone that like really fanboyed, but I don't know.
What about you, Ray? Can you think of anyone?
I haven't really met like celebrities besides the Power Rangers, but I would say JDF. I kind of geeked out a little bit when I first met
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, my answer would have to be it's not necessarily a guest or anybody, but it was Anne, the one running Toku Spirit. She's the one that probably didn't know what to say to it, and I was kind of like, "Oh, it's the infamous Anne." Like,
Right.
it's nice to meet you, but I didn't know what to say. I was just like, I don't want to say the wrong thing here.
She's famous in her own right now for sure.
In her own right, that's why I was like, "This is who I wanted to meet, shake your hand to thank for everything," and I don't even know what to say right now.
she's and in all honesty, she's probably the most powerful person in the tokusatsu community now. Like being realistic.
I would venture to say, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I'm not saying Power Rangers because Power Rangers is kind of part of tokusatsu, but like, I feel like she has like the keys to like Super Sentai for all those possibilities for sure.
For a lot of things like that, yeah.
Yeah, he does so much, and it's such a pleasure to meet, and was the most affordable out of everyone that was there. I can't wait to see Brad again. I know AZ was
cool.
AZ was the picture that I used because he gets photo verification of everything he gets signed by them, and Brad doesn't have any recent headshots, so I had to use AZ's photo on the thumbnail for the panel because there was no other recent photos of Brad Hawkins, and dude is looking good, man. He's looking healthy as
for his age, yeah.
Man, he's buff. His skin is clear. He has nice hair. Like, I want to be him when I get older, man.
Honestly, Brad dropped the secrets.
I'll be at PMC. Awesome, man. I'm pretty sure he lives in Cali, so that makes sense too. Yes, thank you, Legacy and Nerd. You made my dream come true. And did you hear Jenna's announcement today? I didn't. I went and saw her today for a little bit. I said hi to her and I said hi to Diana and Crystal. So I didn't see the announcement. I think what she's moving to LA? Is it that thing? I feel like she's been telling everyone that though. I think a VR reboot would really work with today's technology. I think a VR reboot would be pretty good. I don't know about you guys. Like, I feel like it would work now more than even Power Rangers would work. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think it would work.
Yeah.
Kind of Iron Man-ish climate to it.
I was thinking kind of something like that, like Iron Man.
I commented on the Bat in the Sun drama earlier, having a best friend who ended their own life. It hurts seeing what Aaron is dealing with from the fandom right now. That's when I said to Ray, he gave me hope. I mean it. Oh, that's awesome, man. And yeah, Aaron is very emotional when it comes to JDF. I can tell you that. Not everything he says I agree with, and he knows that too. But I think his heart's in the right place for sure. Yeah. I wish I could be at PMC. It looks like a blast. I agree. See, same here. Never met. See, another person I never met. One of the Netflix Power Rangers, Dino Fury, if I got the last name right. But yeah, most of the Dino Fury cast came last year. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to get a Dino Fury Black this year, but I think we were just already like done.
I think he just had a baby too. He just had a little son. I think he's
doing the dad life for a bit.
Yeah.
So like, we get that. We're like, all right, cool, respect. Well, maybe next time.
Everyone's saying hi. When I met Stan Lee, I felt that way. That is totally.
I probably would geek if I met Stan for sure.
And I feel like there was an opportunity. He was here that first year at Ammo City. Remember?
Yeah, I never got.
And I didn't do it.
I didn't either.
Dallas Fan Days, I think. I think I saw Stan Lee at Dallas Fan Days or Dallas Fan Expo, a couple years ago. Yeah.
That's where I got to stare at an Amazing Fantasy signed by him in person for the first time in my life.
When he met Allison Sullivan, she was awesome, man. She was super nice. My two favorite Rangers, and I try to keep it cool. She's so pretty, though. That's another thing. Like, it's like, Nakia, Catherine, Allison. Like, when you get in front of like, oh my god, like I get it why you're on TV and movies now. Like it's perfect time, Daniel. She was a hit at the VIP dinner. Oh, okay, cool. You went to the VIP dinner. Hello, everyone. Brad is beautiful. I actually fanboyed for a pro wrestler named Christopher Daniels, who's currently in AEW as an executive role on TV. That's awesome, man. Oh my god, I didn't realize we were that behind in the chat. With VR so attainable for anyone, hell yeah. Make Brian the mentor for nostalgia's sake, and I'm sold. Nice. Okay, so going through, we had the turbo panel, which I think I'm gonna upload maybe next week. But I'll tell you right now, the audio is bad in some parts. The only thing that I love that panel room, and I love because it was like an intimate panel room, and like it was kind of like almost like a round table, right? Like I felt like we could have just like put like us in the middle and had them like surround us like a classroom, and I think it would have been fine too. But the one thing that was behind me and or actually behind the Kia was this AC unit that made it nice, frosty cold, but it messed up the audio in a lot of videos. That's the only thing I learned. I'll probably have a mic of my own next time I do a panel, kind of somewhere near the panels. But some of the audio, I feel like you can hear them very well, but you're not going to hear me. So I'm just going to kind of be randomly in the video. So
no, so what that was in previous years, we had our own, speakers and microphones and everything. And like Muff said earlier, we basically had to start over from scratch with everything. And I didn't get that back as well. So like I lost all the banners, I lost all the speakers, all the microphone, everything that we had in the previous years. I lost it. There was no way of getting it back. And we had already put so much money into everything. Like we were just like, dang, what are we going to use for the panel room? So
in all honesty, the panel is for goers, right? So yes, I would have loved the video and that would have been great. Like I would have loved a better audio on the video and that would have been great. But I'm not too worried about it. I'll throw up the video. It's not gonna be a big deal. But because it was for the people that were there. You know what I mean? And that's why I haven't even put up the panel right away, because the people that got to experience it get to hold on to it a little longer to themselves.
For a while,
you know I mean?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why
dude, that's really awesome, bro, to think like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So one thing we'll talk about here, and you'll find out in this video, but I don't want to upset anyone, but I'll tell you guys here, you guys have the exclusive. The people on the panel, I won't say who's exclusive, so I won't have to call them out, single to call them out, but there is going to be a 3-0. We knew about the Red Turbo Ranger that'd be coming out for 3-0. They're doing the whole team. They're doing the main five for sure. Oh, wow. That came out during the panel. As we know, a lot of the Rangers say things they're not supposed to. And that was one of the things. And
that one slipped.
One of them kind of came up to me because I don't know if you guys see, like I make those news images to put out, and they actually gain some traction sometimes. One of them told me like, can you not put that out? And I was like, okay. But they're going to hear it on the video either way. So they're going to learn out. We're getting an entire Turbo Ranger 3-0 team, which is amazing that we're getting something that's not MMPR, something that's not Zeo. And I think it's really, really cool, which makes me think, are we getting Phantom Ranger 3-0 figure? Are we getting Blue Centurion? Because that'd be a Phantom Ranger 3-0 figure would be sweet as heck, dude. I would love that.
So we're gonna get a Blake Foster figure finally.
We're getting a Blake Foster.
Finally,
but you know what? There's no head sculpt. It's just a blue Turbo Ranger. So
okay,
yeah,
that should keep them satisfied, anyways.
It's funny because when the Red Turbo one came out, people were like, "Is that Tommy or TJ?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess it's both." Because there's no head.
It's wherever you want it to be. Yeah.
But the blue one, it's only going to be Justin. So he has that for him going. He's gonna be the only person on that one. I wish I could meet Rico, but lost the comment, but couldn't get there. Hope she stops in Seattle sometime. Man, I'll be honest, man. I feel like when they announce they're gonna be somewhere, you can't really hope on the future with them because they are very limited here in the United States. And I think it's a Japanese thing too, but a lot of them I feel like a lot of them, they love to come to the US to meet their fans, but they'd rather not leave Japan. And I think that's what we get. Like, that's what I hear a lot about the Super Sentai actors or even anime voices and stuff like that. I hear that a lot. Like they just rather not leave Japan. So if one is announced in the United States and you think you can make it, try to go.
Yes, by all means, go for it.
I think the only one that's actually been making multiple appearances is Gokai Red a little bit. And other than that, but even then, that's like maybe 2 appearances a year, and that's it. So, yeah, that's tough.
So what she told me was in Japan, like they only sign like one item, and then they go and they sign one. They don't sign multiple items. I think she told me.
Oh, like per person, or
yeah, it's just like one per person. Yeah.
And then people brought wagons.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she just said it's like a whole culture thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like with us, we had to we had to be on point, you know. Everything had to go as scheduled or as planned, you know. Like so even with the panels, they had to go on time, you know, and with the signing they had to go on time, and with the breaks, it had to go like on time. You know, everything
it's a very scheduled thing. And
yeah,
I think that
very scheduled thing, yeah.
And that's one of the things too he was telling me about, like why I was not eventually, did handle the panel, was because they had a lot of that stuff was prepared too as well, so beforehand. So guys, honestly, there's a lot of things we're telling you here tonight that are behind the scenes of a con that you normally wouldn't hear, but it's Adam and Muffin, so it's like
when do we follow the rules on that?
So like, I mean, if you saw recently, she even sent out a message on their page that submit your questions now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of felt comfortable saying that, because she said that now, like about the Power Morphicon stuff, and I was like, okay, so it's more like, well known, but like, the cool thing about Adam and Muffin, and it's to a fault sometimes, and I told you that too, and I'm sure Muffin knows, is that you guys are super transparent with everything that goes on at that con, and sometimes I just want to be like, I got more of a business perspective in the last year or so, and I'm like, I wish Adam would just like chill for a second.
Sometimes I feel like getting the piece of duct tape right there ready at the hand.
And then he'll go on somebody's stream and be like, Austin St. John is banned. And I'm like,
sorry.
I know Muffin's over there like, mother.
Dude, you don't know how much they censor me in that chat. Like
that's something I had to learn this year too, because from our past ones, I would probably have been joining him, but this time I had to be like, we got important guests this year. We can't mess this one up. So I need to tone it back and keep him in check a little.
Right. I think Adam's doing good. I think Adam's doing good with it, because I know there's sometimes I can see him. I'm like, oh, he wants to say something messed up, but like, and I'm like, okay, he held back this time. That's good. And being realistic about it, like, sometimes you'll hear me talk about these things later on in streams, like in the future and stuff like that. But as far as like something that just happened or is about to happen, and sometimes I give it a little bit of time. But hey, how was the one who asked about the most random thing they had to sign in the panel? Oh, that's awesome. That's always a good question. And then they talked.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That'd be funny to hear.
They all said body parts. They're like, Nakia goes body parts, and I was like, that's really ambiguous, Nakia. And she she just looked at me, and I was like, what did you sign, man?
Exactly.
Because she was like, I'll just leave it at that. I'm like,
exactly. She has to leave it at that, and that's because,
Epic Voice Guy says, greetings. What's going on, man? I do. Oh, man, I miss VR Troopers. This panel was really awesome, though. So I think what was good about this panel is I've never seen a turbo panel with people from each of the casts. So, like, we had Catherine and Nakia from the first cast, and then someone from the second cast.
From the second,
they were talking about stuff that they have never talked about. So we got a lot of like first time insight between them two. And they were even saying, like, Nakia and Catherine were saying that they had told Johnny to grow out his hair long because JDF was going to leave, and they want someone to look like JDF to take
kind of similar, right? I see.
And someone was like, I never heard of that. And he was like, I always heard that you guys were going to be gone. and they were like, because they were like, they kept us separated. He was like, yeah, they kept us separated. But Nakia and Catherine go, but we remember the first time Selwyn walked into that room, and they got all like, they're all like with his sexy stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sounds pretty sexy.
He was really like awesome, dude. I would stop by to make sure he was good, and he would be like, dude, why haven't I never been to Morphinominal?
He did well, dude. He always had somebody in his line.
Dude, he said Saturday he was busy all day.
Yeah, he was. I never, when he sat down, he was like 10 minutes late, but when he sat down and the lines opened up, he had a line for like 2.5 hours. Then he took a break and he did the panel, and then he got something to eat. Then he came back and he had a line waiting for him. Sunday was a slower day, but he had the line at first too, because I was watching who had lines and stuff. And then he always, when it calmed down, but he always had someone at his table. So there was some of the Mighty Morphins. Sometimes they were not doing anything, but Selwyn was always signing.
Selwyn always had somebody, because we found out he's really not one that gets it. Like, he has a lot of love for him, but like never gets like around. Like, no one really picks him for shows and stuff, and that's just a missed opportunity for like everybody, not just him.
And he doesn't do as well. A lot of them either. Like
exactly,
because I know a lot of the In Space cast travel together, but he doesn't go with them all the time. Like so, he's kind of the missing one a lot of the time. So. Moving on to the next big share. So we did do a giveaway at the booth for the Legacy Nerd. By the way, so I was supposed to be by the stage, and Adam was like, "Hey, didn't work out." I ended up being right next to the celebrity area, so it like totally like worked out. And I was like, "Okay, cool," because they were done with the celebrities, and they saw I had a big sign that said "free giveaway" on top of the helmet. So we had a line of people at my booth trying to get entered.
Damn, I should have entered that one too.
It was cool though, because I brought my niece to help, and she's 17 now, but she used to go to these things with me a lot. Like, if she went to superhero with me, she would like used to hang out with me a lot. But then like she went through the 15 and 16-year-old stage where she was too cool to hang out with me and stuff, and so she just kind of like got over that, and she came. Not only that because I paid her, but whatever. Besides but she was like, "There's a lot of Power Ranger fans in San Antonio." I was like, "Yeah, there's a lot." And I was like, "But a lot of them came from around the country too." And she was like, "Okay, so what do I do?" I was like, "Just tell them to follow me, and then they can enter." And she was like, "Okay, cool." So I went and like was doing stuff and like doing the panels and talking to people at the celebrity, try to get interviews and stuff. And she came back and I was like, "How are we doing?" She's like, "Well," she's like, "I don't know how many people new are following you, because people keep on coming up and saying that they already follow you." And I was like, "That's really cool." And she's like, "Are you famous?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm famous." and she looked at me, and then she was like, "Is he joking?" And then I was like, and then she was like, "Okay." So like you guys made me look really cool in front of my niece for a little while. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. But these were the winners of the White Ranger helmet giveaway. He had till 5 o'clock to come pick it up, and he showed up at like 5 o'clock, right the dot before.
On the dot, he was ready.
He showed up and it turned 5:01, and I was like, "Dang!" He came running and everything.
Like,
so
here,
he was happy. Yeah, he was happy though. So he was our winner. He's super happy. I think he was one of the ones that said he already followed me, so even better. So guys, if you get to come to an event, I was giving away stuff all weekend. I didn't sell anything at my table. I just gave away. Honestly, no one was winning the games. I think I made them too hard, which I need to figure out. So if you were a kid, and you came up to my table, you probably got a toy. So that guy take a picture with them was really cool. So one thing I told you about, I think I told you guys about it, but I get like super dehydrated at cons, and I get like this weird smile when I get dehydrated. So like, if you ever see me get a weird smile, it's because I'm dehydrated. Sunday, I was fine.
Bring this man some water.
So I had drinking a little bit of water between here. I was like, "Oh, I couldn't smile very well because I was dehydrated." So I got a little smile in. This was a really cool moment for me too. It was just a really good picture. One thing that I saw at the con too, someone brought their Suzuki. This is the 1991 Japanese Dragon Ranger flute, which is Suzuki. Sign, beautiful piece. Never seen one in person in my life. I also saw the Dragon Buckler, first time in person sign, which was amazing. So I took a picture of it. I was like, I need to take a picture, like remember that I saw this in person.
Yeah, that's
right. That's cool.
I actually have a picture of me with the Dragon Dagger that from the '93. I just I can't share it.
This guy. Where's that duct tape at? Hold on, give me a second.
Someone brought another SDC one as also, which I thought was really
that's the
sweet.
one that I had him sign.
That was yours, right?
That was mine, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he was
Nice.
excited to see it because he's never seen one, and he put number 1. It was the first ones he signed.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
He did put number 1. There you go. That's awesome, dude. That's
Number
awesome.
1 dagger. Nice.
Charlie Kirsch was awesome. I went up to them and they're like, "You're the legacy in there," and I was like, "Yep." Well, obviously, because like I sponsored them, but like it was cool. And either way, she was awesome to talk to. We do have an interview with her coming up and a panel. So that will be coming up once I get it edited. Of course, I got like 8 videos to edit, so just give me a little bit. And then my lady Kat went to GalaxyCon this weekend, so she has videos that'll be coming out also this weekend. Also,
Oh,
so
nice.
Cool. From that weekend. I think she interviewed one of the Blues Clues guys, which is super cool.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
Cool.
I think it was the second one. You guys remember the one that
Nice. Joe. If
His name's
I
Nate.
got my order correct. Like character wise, it's Steve, Joe, and then
right.
who was the third one's name?
I can't remember him, but I think she got an interview with him too. I'm not entirely sure. I need to talk to her about that. It's probably a good question for her.
2 Blues Clues guys, she says.
There is Diana, the famous Diana.
Diana!
This is the Green Ranger 93 suit from the show, and this is with the Bat in the Sun shield on top of it. So we were confused when this showed up. We were like, "Is this the Bat in the Sun suit?" And then we're like, "But that doesn't have the stripes and the texture to it or anything." And then it was like, "Holy crap, that's the 93 suit!" And I was like, "Oh," and it's pretty cool. So let's go a little bit more.
You guys are welcome. I stayed late putting that up as well.
Yeah, Adam did all the work on JDF experience. So
Every single bit.
every single thing was his. 2. Okay, she got 2 of the Blues Clues guys. So she got the second and third one. So I met the Blues Clues. Awesome. I'm hoping to get my script for Forever Red signed. Oh, that's awesome. So I had some more pictures and videos to edit. This was a really good panel. This is one of the ones where it's like, I don't know what to talk about in this panel. And it ended up being really good. This is when I brought Tommy on. I was telling Tommy, I was like, these two have nothing in common. Like nothing. And I was like, I need you there because he was like, yeah, that's a hard panel. I was like, I need you there to kind of pepper in questions to get us to the 30 minutes because I'm worried that I have like 3 questions that will be.
And that's it, right?
But he brought in some good questions, which I was able to do follow-up questions on them.
Mm.
And me and Tommy, he is one of the best co-hosts ever. He is, especially when it comes to Power Rangers, so knowledgeable about all of it. But these two were awesome. So I did record this panel again. The audio's a little off, but I straight up asked Brandon J. McLaren. I go, dude, is it just me or is your SPD blue a little racist? And like he just starts cracking up. The whole panel room starts laughing, and he's just like, I can kind of see how you say that, but you know, he was like being careful, like how he answered that, right? And he went to his thing, but he was like, you know, because I was trying to explain, like I saw SPD when I was like in my 20s, right? And like, you know, us as Mexicanos, we've dealt with racism, right? And at that time, I remember thinking like, Sky is a real jerk to like, yeah, like he's like, you can't be the Red Ranger, like
the Jack, yep.
There was a lot of
undertones you can kind of pick up. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And he was like, that's what you picked up on. He's like, but it's not wrong. It's just I don't know if it was actually meant to be
like intentional. Yeah. I don't think it was intentional either. But yeah, when I rewatched it being older, I was like, seems a little bit more it hits a little bit closer to home than I remember now.
So yeah. So that was it was a really cool moment. It was a really funny moment. I think he had really good answers. Andrew is really really good with his fans, like just really good, and he had some of the best stories. He's probably one of the most grounded people I've met as far as Rangers go, and that's probably for different reasons, but it was really good having a panel with him. I didn't get an interview with him, but I'm glad I got the panel to do with him because I think I learned a lot about him in that panel. So and then some of the amazing cosplayers, I forget his Film Ranger. He had the Sentry cosplay, which was amazing. I saw
dope in person.
Actually saw a lot of celebrities, the Rangers, taking pictures of him when he didn't know it. They were like, they saw him and they were like doing that thing. So I thought it was really cool. We got Stardust Cosplay, who was there as well. I met her for the first time. She was the Pink Ranger cosplay. She was awesome.
One of the day ones, pretty much.
She is so tiny. Oh my gosh, like such a tiny person. We had of course, we had the Legacy of Nerd cosplay team as there. Andrew and John were there as the Green and Blue Ranger, and a bunch of cosplayers showed up. They kind of orchestrated a little cosplay meetup over there by my booth, and they all took pictures and they did video, and they set up like a little backdrop in that aisle, like where you came in from the garage.
Yeah.
So they set up a backdrop there to do like TikToks and stuff.
Ah.
They were doing a bunch of content back there, so they had some cool meetups. I did have an interview with Catherine. I kind of went over what was in the panel a little bit because I was worried about the audio, but so they'll be similar. But she was great to talk to. Had an interview with Brad Hawkins, like I said. That's a great interview. I didn't realize I was taller to him until I just saw this picture right now. All the Rangers are small, but like, yeah. So that's kind of that was our time at Morphinominal. What do you, Ray? What did you think about your experience at Morphinominal?
Actually, it's the whole community, man. When I was waiting in line, because it was a long line, everybody was just telling their stories of how they met certain Rangers, what they like about them. I just like the Ranger community in general. Everybody's humble and nice about it,
Right. And as far as I know, you guys got to meet some of the Rangers after the event, Adam and Muffin. But what were some of the cool things that you guys kind of experienced there with some of the Rangers? I know most of it was probably the Sentai and the dinner that you guys had.
Yeah, bro. Sorry. My thing was like you said, the Sentai was once in a lifetime opportunity. So I've already met Kat, Nakia. Dude, honestly, Nakia is my one of my top 3 favorite Rangers of all time, and awesome. She's just a great person, and not just putting on a face for the fans or anything. Just even behind the curtain, she's great. But Brandon was there a couple years ago. Andrew was there a couple years ago, so there was no need. I just. Like I said, my thing was the Sentai, going to have dinner with them while they were here, hanging out with them.
Right.
So that was fun. We went to some Japanese place, and every time there was flames, Reiko was like, fire! Fire every time, So that was pretty cool.
I saw that video of her teaching Shiro how to do the Dragon Buckler move. Dude, I thought that was funny.
One little story, though, he was so nervous. He couldn't even sleep. What was it? Friday, I was told. Mm-hmm. He only slept 2 hours because he was so nervous that nobody was going to come for him. That he was coming over here.
He was worried that people were like, whether,
he was coming over here for nothing, that nobody wanted his signature or anything. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was pleasantly surprised. And I'm so glad that our community showed up for him because he deserves it too, man. Oh my gosh.
I was about to say, I was like, there was at one point I was like, I think I may spend just $400 on him just alone. And then I was like, okay, I really like I had to reel it back a lot. And then no, I saw multiple people go up to him with like 7 or 8 things. Yeah. Like just I know Ray was one of them, right? So
I told him, I was like, dude, your arm's gonna be tired by the end of the weekend.
Right. So did you hear after like how he felt about it after like he was there?
Yeah, dude, they
loved it. Both every single one of them loved it. Texas is one of their favorite spots so far.
We want to come back. We want to come back to Texas.
Oh, it's awesome.
When I found out,
okay, well,
let's go.
That means let's throw a show in like Austin now or like Houston. Like let's just so we can get them back at a different place in Texas, right?
Yeah, in different spots. Yeah,
we'll go to some more random like Cotulla, Texas. Like there's nobody from
Cotulla, Texas.
Not even heard of Cotulla, Texas. There's like 200 people that live there, man. But like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, we just got it. We got. I don't know. Now, that was just me thinking quickly, like, let's get them back, right? Just for us, right? But that'd be cool, man. That'd be awesome if they came back. I imagine, but I think Ann would be like, we'll go back in like 3 or 4 years. I think that's what Ann would say, because Ann is like,
I wouldn't put it past her to think like that. Yeah,
and it'll be smart to think like that, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Shiro was very humble, is what they're saying in the chat. That's awesome. So I will
Very
show
nice
you some
guy.
of the things I got signed. I got so a lot of you guys know since they announced the cancellation of the Lightning collection, I stopped getting my figures signed because I'm not starting over again. So I get prints now. So I got one from Michael Rado,
Nice.
which is awesome.
Nice.
I got one from Brad Hawkins, which is awesome.
That's a cool one, actually.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirsch. It's funny, Adam got me this because I forgot to get her signature, but I got a Charlie Kirsch one. So
Yeah.
thank you, Adam.
You deserved it, bro. You killed
you.
it, Jimmy.
Then
Oh,
of course, so I was busy the entire time. I don't know if Adam saw me. I was running around everywhere,
Yeah.
man. And every time I would like run, I'd go to do something. Someone would, and it's not that someone would stop me and talk to me. I'd be like, "Oh man, I need to talk to them. Like I know you. Like I need to talk to you, right?" So that's how I kind of like lost time. So I lost time, and I wasn't able to get the Jew Rangers. And so I went up to them right before they went up to the panel, like 3:59. I was like, "Can I get your stuff?" And they're like, "We'll come back after." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they didn't come back, and Adam was like, "Daniel, come here." And then so we go back over there, and we're running, and he got me their signatures, which was awesome. So we got May, Terra Angel, Rico Tiba. And I love that the actual paper it's on because I feel like
it's
it won't
good quality.
right?
Exactly.
Because a lot of people use the glossy prints, but I feel like this one for sure, like there's no way like alcohol is not going to make that come off or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, textured matte. I don't know. It's a good quality paper though.
I
I like
it.
how they did theirs.
I wish most prints would go to this. So I got
Yeah.
Terra
It feels nicer too for some reason, like compared to the glossy ones, like more premium, you know.
And just so you guys know who are gonna go to PMC, they do their Japanese signature, and then they do their English signature as well. So I don't know the language is Japanese kanji.
Kanji,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, and then Barai as well. We got the Dragon Ranger, which was awesome, and he does his the same way, a little bit slanted, and then he signs Barai on his, which is really cool.
Nice.
I like these ones. So he actually was like, I have two different kinds of this. One's with the Dragon Zord, but I was like, I need to get them to match now. So I got these.
Dude, that's nice.
So hopefully someday maybe she comes back with Dan or Boy or Goshi. Goshi.
The blue doesn't do conventions.
I heard that, but they had to find Funko Pop from him, so maybe he's
Yeah.
thinking about it, right? So
Never know.
I mean, he signed something, right? So
I got one of those Funko Pops, to be honest with you.
Me too.
You did it.
I know. It's my face.
That's awesome. So it says it in the bottom line, but there was audio that came out today, or it came out this last week. Actually, we'll play it for here.
Wait, let me turn my speakers up so I can hear it.
I'm gonna hear the first audio. I'm gonna present the first audio that was released a couple days ago. So as we know, Francis did an interview with Bat in the Sun, where he's basically addressing all the issues that people have with Bat in the Sun, right? So, you know, everything to like, why is it taking so long? Why is it delayed again? Why are you doing this for clout? Like he was going over everything, right? So part of that, he I guess, you know, I'll be honest, like I've heard this audio before, and I was really surprised that they released this audio. But the audio that came out first a couple days ago kind of talks about JDF's dislike of Draken, and then the Draken trailer that he made with Boom Comics, right? So a lot of people may not know, but like he actually paid for that trailer that we saw for Shattered Grid that Boom put out. Like he owned all of that, he paid for it, and he's the reason that it came out in the first place. So we all kind of know like his business dealings with Boom, and that Boom was. It's really weird because I feel as a fan it's really weird because I think Boom has done some really cool stuff in the comics and with the characters and Power Rangers, but there's some things that we know behind the scenes that like they may have treated JDF badly, right? So they kind of put some proof out there, and this is what came out a couple days ago.
I think it is very, very important to look at that Lord Draken footage. I own the digital footage. All we have to do is send a cease and desist to take it down IGN and to remove it from all necessary platforms. I own it for once in my life, and we can just tell them to take it down. We need to reach out to everything that has Lord Draken on it. IGN, everybody that has Lord Draken, I want to send a letter that I own the digital rights, and they must pull it off their channel. I don't want no Lord Draken stuff out there. To see the Lord Draken Shattered Grid trailer on my channel, we discussed this a long time ago, and I don't know why it's on my freaking channel. I was going through it, and there's a lot we need to organize. Take that off. Delete the whole damn thing. Also, I think it is very, very important to look at that Lord Draken footage.
Were y'all able to hear that fine? So
yeah.
Okay. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? This is kind of a little controversy that's going on, but I want to see what
kind
you guys
of a shocker, to be honest with you. I did not realize he felt that strongly about it like that.
Yeah, same, dude. Especially with kind of was like what he wanted, like a mature, darker character.
Right.
So to want it taken off was kind of like insane. Yeah.
Yeah. So what came from that is a little bit more drama. I don't know if you guys seen the Deoxy 360 video. And I talked to Deoxy before. He's a really nice guy. But he made a video basically saying like Bad and the Son's a liar. And I was watching the video and I was just like, oh man, like he doesn't know the whole story, right? And I was like, and I only know it because I've heard this audio. And what I just played for you was a minute of like 7 minutes that I've heard, right? And I was like, that is not like even like a small piece of like really how he felt, right? Like, or it is a small piece, but it's not like the overall.
It's not like the whole thing. Yeah.
And I knew the other stuff, and I've been like kind of like, because the legacy of nerd is always, as far as what comes to Power Rangers, but like, we always try to stay positive, but at the same time we have to acknowledge the things that are going on, right? So like I've always been like, we're going to stay impartial when it comes to this stuff. And what the legacy of nerd is becoming lately is a little bit of a news source. Well, it is becoming a news source. I have reported news, I have broken news, and because of that, I have to stay impartial, right? Even though like I'm cool with Aaron, I'm cool with Francis, I'm cool with people that don't like Bat in the Sun, I'm cool with people that don't like Francis, I'm cool with Austin, I'm cool with the Frank family. Like I'm cool with these different places, but I'll like at the same time I have to be impartial, right? So like, even though I put out like, say I put out a thing like by I can't think, like I put out a thing before that said like Austin St. John pled guilty, right? Even though like I'm cool with him and he probably wouldn't want me to put a thing out like that, I put it out because it's the news, right? Or the Hector David Jr. stuff. Like I've met him, he was really nice to me. He's messaged me a couple of times, like saying thank you and like he likes me and stuff like that. But he did something pretty bad.
And it's news. It's the news.
It's news, and I just put straight up fact out there. I didn't put like
exactly.
I didn't put my opinion on it. I didn't put anything other than like he was accused of assault. There's video of this assault. And going back to that a little bit, I know a lot of people wanted me to share the video. I'm just not sharing a video of assault on my stuff.
Of assault, yeah.
That's never gonna happen, right? So like, yeah. But so we report on it, and then this came out too, and reported on it too. And I think one thing is like Aaron Deoxy kind of like called out Aaron, but I don't think Deoxy had. I know Deoxy didn't have all the information. I don't think Aaron responded well, and I just wanted to be like, dude, just like chill, right? And then I kind of got wind like they're gonna release like 5 minutes of the audio, and I was like, oh crap. And I was like, so that being said, I'm going to play a piece of the audio, and I'm only going to play a piece of it, but it's just reporting. So this came out on Francis's channel first. If you want to hear the entire audio, go to her channel to listen to it from her live stream today. She had an interview with a follow-up interview with Bat in the Sun, and more audio is released. We're gonna play this, guys. It's, if you haven't heard it, it's it's being realistic. Like I'm putting it out there, and you guys decide what you think about it. But I'm not gonna I have my opinions on it, but I want you guys to make your own opinions on it. Is that fair?
Right.
I think that's a fair thing to say.
I
right?
think that's fair. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and play it.
So I made it clear with Boom, they offered me a signing for these books. They're doing some kind of, it's not a Kickstarter. It's like, I don't know what the hell it is, but I made it clear. I ain't signing no Dragon books. I made it clear that I don't like Kyle Higgins. I made it very clear to Boom that we had the rights to the Green Ranger series. I also made it very clear if we ever decided to, they're screwed. But I did tell them I'm not signing Draken books. Anyway, just letting you know, just a heads up. But I made it very clear to them what we've done and what Kyle has told. So I just thought I'd tell you that. It was a good chance to tell him, you know.
So that is what happened today. I know Muffin and Adam heard it before we jumped on, and
he signed a Draken book.
I know. I'm sure he did. I think there was a point that he stopped.
Okay.
Right. So I played this for Muffin and Adam, and then I said, "Okay, we're going live," and that was the only thing.
That was it.
So
No
this
time
is
to
their
process
second
it.
time
We're
hearing
just
it.
jumping
I didn't
in.
even let them process it. I said, "Listen to this," and they go, and they both got on. And I said, "Okay, we're going live," and they're like,
Okay, thanks for dropping that on us. All right, let's go.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm actually going to start with Ray because Ray didn't hear it. Ray. Is this your first time hearing it?
Yeah, I've heard the first one, but this one, this is news to me.
What was your initial thoughts on it?
Well, I remember I had mentioned Lord Draken to him when I met him in Las Cruces, and he wasn't fond of it because he was trying to get it off the ground, get it promoted and everything. But I guess with the copyrights and everything, everybody was trying to screw him over and stuff, and no one wanted to listen to his ideas. So I kind of got an idea he didn't really like Lord Draken, you know?
Right. Yeah, I feel like he's been pretty honest with that with people asking him in person. I've heard that actually a lot from people that he was just kind of like, I'm done with it. I'm done with Power Rangers. I'm focused on Legend of the White Dragon. I think it's one of those motivating factors that got him to do Legend of the White Dragon or make it happen sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've actually heard that he's told a lot of people that in private. Well, I wouldn't say in private because like he's telling people he don't know, right? But like he said that pretty openly, like at signings and stuff like that. Muffin, what do you think about that audio?
Of course, I've also heard murmurs like that he wasn't too fond of it, but I just didn't know it was like that level of hating it like so much. But I mean, I can kind of like business wise, I can see, because like you said, I'm sure eventually he just kind of just threw that out the window and just signed Draken books and all that. But I can see how initially they'd be, because that was something he financed, and like I think like all the other companies, once they started like gaining traction, they were probably trying to take that away from him. So I can see him growing a little disdain for it,
I agree.
Especially since that's what was plastered everywhere for Power Rangers from then on. Comics, the games, the shows, everybody wanted Lord Draken this, Lord Draken that, all the toys, all the figures,
I mean, I got a Lord Draken figure signed.
Right.
And it's funny because I brought that up with, and I want to address this comment real quick. It sounds AI generated. The spacing of words are different. I've had this. I just want to tell you, Steve, real quick. I've had this audio checked by other people, and it's legit. So yeah. So I'll kind of just leave it at that. But I did go to a second and third person to make sure this was real stuff, and they confirmed it was real. So yeah, I think. Adam, you go first. What was your thoughts? Because I know you have opinions about Bad in the Sun. You have opinions.
To be honest with you, like I heard like towards the end, that he was done with Power Rangers, and I've heard, numerous things about it, and like, I just knew he was like 100% in on the Bad in the Sun thing,
Right.
But I didn't know he wasn't signing the Draken stuff. I know I saw the trailer. I didn't even know he paid for that trailer. Is that trailer can you still see that trailer online?
I'm sure it's off his channel, but it's on other people.
Sure, you can find it. Yeah. The re-uploads.
Yeah. I think for me, and I'll say this, I'm going to say this real quick because we're getting towards the end of our stream when we do the giveaway. If you guys want to do the giveaway and you guys are watching on Instagram, it doesn't pull your entries in. So come into YouTube or Facebook. That way, if you want to enter the giveaway for the JDF autograph, it'll be there. But I think for me, it's weird because like it's two different spaces for me, right? So it's like, as a fan, right? Mm-hmm. I really like what Boom Comics has done with Power Rangers. Like I look up until maybe recently, and I've said this pretty openly on the channel. Like I didn't like Darkest Hour. I didn't think it was a good comic book story or a good end to the story, right? So it was. I had my opinions on. I just think it was really rushed and not thought out very well. But the other stuff, like you know, the beginning of the comic book series, Shattered Grid, even some of the stuff after Shattered Grid. I'll kind of say this, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. I just feel like they blew their load too quick on Shattered Grid. That should have been their end game, and they did that way too early. But that's besides the point. But knowing that Kyle Higgins and Ryan Parrott were like the main two forces on the Power Rangers comic book, especially Kyle Higgins, right? Because Kyle Higgins was like VP of Boom of a Boom section for like a while, right? So he was like up there. I don't think he still is. I think he's just still really closely associated with Boom. But I don't know how to feel about it in that sense, because he clearly said in the audio, Kyle stole from us, right? Or stole from me, or
exactly.
I remember that. We can play it again if we really need to, but like he said that Kyle stole it, right? And this is audio that I've heard like, man, I heard the audio for the first time maybe like 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, around that. And I've kind of kept it to myself. I haven't really talked much about it. And I remember Kyle Higgins making a tweet because someone said to Kyle, "Did you hear that JD said like he hated Draken and that you guys stole stuff from him?" And Kyle Higgins was like, "Where'd you hear that, Bad in the Sun?" They're like, "Yeah." And they're like, unless you hear from Jason himself, don't believe what you hear. And then
Jason himself.
and then it's like okay,
play that clip
like,
right after.
Right. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh. But
wow.
At the same time, me and Kat just learned that like Boom knows about the Legacy of Nerd, and they wanted, like, we've already had some affiliations with Boom already, especially with like Amy Jo's stuff and the return and stuff like that. So it's like,
right,
it's a weird place. And I think I have some of my people behind me, and they remind me, like, even though this is negative for Boom, and it may, whatever, you have to be impartial. You have to put the information out there like it is, like, and let people, take
form
from
their
it
own
what
opinions.
Will,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I have my opinion. What my opinion is, I'll tell you right now. I feel like people took advantage of Jason. I like Boom Studios stuff. I feel very conflicted. Like, that's how I feel. That's
which is valid, Yeah, because
like,
yeah.
And as somebody that is very cool with the Frank family and very cool with Bat in the Sun and other people as well, that know that, to them, Boom Studio is like bad. But again, I'm like,
of course,
like, they gave us an exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, so they gave us the exclusive that they were keeping the Power Ranger comic books, and I was like, they did not have to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a weird space for me, but I think it's just kind of like, I have to make those decisions, and I'll just let you guys kind of decide what you guys want to do with that information. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm not attacking anyone. I'm not attacking Kyle Higgins. I'm not attacking Bad in the Sun. I'm not attacking Deoxy. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just putting it out there. Right.
I think somebody needs to like make a timeline of all these events while they happen, because like I'm so confused like on everything.
A lot has kind of gone down.
Yeah, and it's funny because the one thing about Power Rangers, especially about everything that's drama on Power Rangers, because I'll let you guys know in the chat, there's a lot of drama in Power Rangers. I don't know why, but it's ridiculous. And the amount of drama that goes on behind the scenes, like, it's not, these aren't my to tell yet. I'll say, like, but it's ridiculous. But the one thing you can always count on is this person says one thing and this person says another.
Yep.
Like, that always happens in Power Rangers, whether it comes to something that happened on the show, whether it comes to something that happened with them personally. Everyone always has a different story. No one ever has the same exact story. That's the thing. So if someone needs to put this together, that timeline, I kind of pity them, because that's a mess. I already know how much of a mess that is going to be. So,
yeah, dude, somebody please put in a timeline, please, of like the way the events happen.
Right.
With a very nice, cool graphic and Power Rangers on this side, and
Francis is sharing it, and Boom sharing it. So I'm kind of just like lost.
Yeah, somebody needs to do some kind of recap or some kind of like.
Are you going to create Henry after taking his work? I have never taken any of Henry's work. The audio that I took from the video, the first one that I played for you guys, that was from Francis's live stream, and I asked her for permission to release that. So that was permission. This audio that I got here today, that was given to me, and I Francis still has the exclusive on her channel. She has the whole 5 minutes on her channel. I have 30 seconds. So, and that's all I played. So, I'm Team Jason forever. That's awesome. I mean, it's hard not to be, honestly. Legacy and Henry Zoom keeping Ranger Nation in form. I guess. It's crazy. It is. But the thing is, Boom got the licenses to do what they do. They should have handled things differently in some ways for sure. But I do love what they added to the fandom. You are spot on about the drama. It's so crazy. I've seen several people leave the fandom over it, including admins of a page I used to run. I mean, I feel like most of us, like, it's like Facebook is like good and bad. I think if Facebook brought us all together as far as the Ranger community goes, but like we know a lot more than I think other fandoms do. And maybe that's because the Rangers are more accessible in our fandom than other fandoms are to their fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good thing and a bad thing. What about the Hector mugshot? Oh, you just Google
Oh,
Hector's
buddy,
name.
That's in the public.
Yeah, you just Google Hector's
justice
name.
system.
I think I got that from mugshot.com. Hold on.
Yeah, look, I'll even do it. Look, I'll even do it right now.
What's his name? Hector
It's
David
right
Rivera?
there.
Yeah. Let me
Quick
see.
Google
Hector
search. That's
David
public info, my friend.
Arrest. Okay, I'm up at mugshot. Mugshot. Let's see if I can find it right there. I just Googled it. It was like mugshot.com, mugface.
Yeah, it's like in there in the images. You'll find it. I just put Hector David Jr. mugshot and then I went to images. It was like the third one.
You put Rivera because that's his real name.
What's his other name? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rivera, Hector David Jr.
Yeah, you can just Google that. See if I can find it. It's not coming up. Oh, wait. No, all his little pre-shots are coming up. I think it got
right?
It's coming so handled because of all the articles that's happened on him.
Right. There it is right there. It's on the bottom if you want to pop that.
Okay, cool. Let me get that. Let me see. Oh my God, I got to scroll all the way down. I've never had to scroll. There we go. There you go.
Hey,
Look,
right on Google.
Mugshot Zone. There you go, Marv. You can go to Mugshot Zone yourself. So I think the one that Henry may have posted, he actually took off Mugshot Zone's watermark. I did too. So, but yeah, it's there. It's an open public record. So there you go.
All I can hope for is that my mugshot looks just as good. Should I ever need
that's
that?
a pretty mugshot. He has some pretty criminal eyes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Very good. Oh man.
Oh, let's see. Did it come off? Okay, cool. So I just Googled Green Samurai actor arrested.
Or you can even do that too, honestly.
There you go. There you go. You can send that to the Discord. I know I get talked about sometimes there.
No hate on that, by the way, Marv. We're just saying, you know.
I know. It's funny. I think they bring me up in their Discord, which is pretty funny. All right, guys. So I think we're at an hour and a half. We usually only do hours. So we're going to get ready for the giveaway. Let me get that set up real quick. One quick. StreamYard giveaway. Ray, do you want to remind them what they're getting for this giveaway today?
Yeah, so you have a GameStop exclusive letter opener, Megazord, and a signed Jason David Frank cameo shout out on card.
Do you remember when you got this? You said you got this at the comic book store, right?
When he was in Zia Comics, so this was Las Cruces, New Mexico is where it was. And that was the first time I met Jenna Frank too, because he brought his daughter that day.
Yeah.
They were promoting, and he signed maybe a handful of them, maybe 50, something like that, and then he was just giving them away to the first 50. Yeah. And then I was just hanging on to it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just give it to somebody, who may not have met him or,
Yeah. I feel like this is really good. I mean,
yeah.
I know it's not, people get really snippy about authentication and stuff like that, but dude,
no, I promise you, that's real.
This is him. I
was out there,
and it's a free giveaway, dude. We're not selling this to you. And
right.
guys, this is open worldwide. I will ship it worldwide. As always with Ship Me and Shipping, give me a month. But I will get it to you. I promise. I've never not anyone sent anyone their giveaway stuff. So it's not a month, maybe 2 weeks. I just put some buffer time for a minute. And then Laura, I'm going to try to get your stuff sent out pretty quickly too. Okay. What do you guys have to do to enter the giveaway? It's already set up. You guys just it's super easy, guys. So you just have to put hashtag JDF and then you're entered for the giveaway. And I'll go ahead and put up the giveaway screen for transparency. There were some good comments. I want to go over them. I think Diana said she'll do the timeline. It's funny when you said that, Adam, I was like, it's got to be Diana. So let's see. Where we go. Where were we at? Oh my God, you guys comment so much. I appreciate you guys. I lose my spot sometimes. Jenna confirmed today that Marvel involved with the movie, and JDF was upset about that. Oh, okay. Thanks for y'all doing an amazing job at this show. It was epic. Thankful for everything the crew does. Most of the time, y'all are not thanked for the hours y'all work you do. It hurts to hear this about the voice clip about Draken. I want to ask you, Adam. I probably should just ask you this off screen, but we're transparent, right? We're transparent.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I helped you with you guys, your team, especially Muffin, you two? Do you guys? I felt like I brought anything to you guys that like helped you guys?
You brought more eyes, more eyes to it.
That was the goal.
That was a goal. We had talked about that. You're like, hey, I want to help you. I want to get more eyes on it. You guys like you told me straight up, like you guys do so much, like y'all deserve to be noticed. And that's kind of what we did,
Right.
And even like when I told you, like, hey, we're going to start streaming just to, get more people looking our way, So we kind of, like I said, you helped like with a lot, and like I would call you and be like, hey, Legacy, what do you think of this? Or, hey, what should we do? Or like, who do you think we should bring, you have like a really big outlet, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's growing a lot, and it's for the people in the chat, honestly. Like it's the people there that, help, spread my name, and whether it be good or bad. Marv, no, I'm just joking. But but
no, even like what you did with Allison, dude. Like we're like, hey, we're trying to get Allison. You're like, give me like 1 second. You came back. You're like, dude, I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also with Charlie, I know she wasn't like pick one, but
she was pick one.
She was pick one, really? In reality? Okay.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned others before her, but like we made that happen as well. You know, like we couldn't have done that without.
She was pick one, but you said she might have another obligation that weekend.
Yeah.
So there was other ideas. So she was always the first pick, but you told me right off the bat, I think she has something that weekend, so she may not be able to do it. And then we circled back. So I gave you a whole list, and a bunch of those people either said no or couldn't come in, or they couldn't get a hold of them.
We even wanted Diva Talks at one point, and I was like, ooh, I don't know how, dude. Morphinominal hasn't really had too many villains other than.
I really wanted Melody. If Charlie couldn't come, it was Melody. But I know Melody has some personal stuff right now. So, but I think that would have been real cool because I feel like in space, she's kind of missed that resurgence that it had a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, as a beloved, close friend, someone I'll always consider a brother, even though after life, I just hope one day his name and SS may rest. Let's all celebrate his life endlessly. I agree. Yeah. And it's weird because it's like my own. It's weird because it's like, if I put it out there and I put it out impartially, it gets put out correctly, right? Mm-hmm. If I don't, it gets put out in a certain way, in a certain light, then it may be looked at one way instead of, people being able to get their own opinion. So I understand where Patrick comes from completely. I respect Patrick. I've talked to Patrick about this. We've talked about this audio before a little bit. And I know he loved Jason a lot.
Was Jen in San Antonio again?
Yeah, I went and saw her today for a little bit. I took the baby actually.
Okay.
And I just like maybe for like 20 minutes. I mostly talked to Crystal and Diana, and then she had a line, so I was like, I just kind of said hi, took off. I think they were gonna go eat pretty soon. I forgot what I was gonna say. We got 37 entries. That's amazing. Well said, Patrick. All I can hope is that he is able to find peace wherever he may be and loved. Noel says, bless you. Awesome. You good, Daniel. Oh, thank you. I like to be good. And I like to thank you everyone that's here. Even if you're here for the first time, like I see Roadhog. Roadhog is like a day one. Like seriously, like he was on my first stream ever. When I had like 100 followers. I didn't start streaming until I had 100 because you have to YouTube used to have rules that like you can only get on with that many followers. So he's like day one. He may even be like top, the first 50 followers I had, which is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, there's so many people that are entered. Good luck, everyone. What did Jenna announce? Oh, I guess some Marvel thing. I got to follow up on that. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you enter more than once, like I know I see this a lot. It's just only going to count as one. So I know if people are spamming the chat, don't worry. It only counts as one. Yeah, so one entry per person. The spamming doesn't work. I'm sorry. So
yeah, it's just to throw your name in there, I think, and then that's
yeah.
it.
Well, you added another chat message to the stream, so like later on they're like you have this many chats. So I guess it's good.
Right.
It makes it look better for the algorithm when it pushes it out. You good, Daniel? It's all love. I when I seen you today, I was like, there goes Legacy. Oh, okay, cool. Did I see you today? Were you at the Jenna thing? I only stopped by for a second. Some people saw a very rare appearance of my daughter because I don't do that. So
right.
Dean saying, "Yep."
Dude, I feel so weird about that. Also, my son's face has been plastered on some stuff. I'm like, oh.
She's in two of my videos, but her face are hidden. So in one of them, she's looking behind me because I was taking care of her, but I had like breaking news. And so like she's looking this way the entire time. She was actually looking at the Lord Zed helmet. I was like terrified. She was like 4 months
scared.
Like terrified, right? And the second time, it was about a master. They're both about Master Morpher, but the second time I put her in like a big hat and sunglasses, and she's just like looking around. I had the Red Ranger helmet there at that time, and she's just like looking at it and just looking around, and then but you can't tell like what her face is because she's so small. So she's only been in 2 of my videos, and that's it. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with it. I don't know if that's just maybe that's a me thing. I know there's a lot of family channels and stuff on YouTube.
That's a dad.
Yeah, the family channel is doing it is kind of the weird one, to be honest with you. Exploiting the children like that.
Thanks, Dan, for contributions to Power Rangers fandom. Maybe we'll meet each other some. That'd be awesome, Cody. I know that I appeared on past streams and you've always been kind and nice. I know, and Cody's actually giving me some hard questions before, so
nice.
He's a good one. All right, guys, we got 39 entries. We're gonna kind of pick here at 10:18, 10:17. She's adorable. Yes, Diana got to meet my daughter, Little Legacy. So
Little Legacy.
We don't say her real name on stream, but she knows her real name now. But
that is her real name, Little Legacy.
Little Legacy. Yeah, it's funny because Deltron was asking me the other day, and I haven't told this story in a long time of how I came up with the Legacy of Nerd. And
yeah.
A lot of I don't think I've ever actually said this on my channel. I've always said it on other people's channels, but I've never. It's funny because people call me Legacy, right? And the truth is, my daughter's name is Legacy. When I started the channel, I started as a toy hunting channel, and I was buying like indiscriminately. I was buying like He-Man, Star Wars, Marvel Legends, like Batman or DC, Power Rangers, right? Of course. And then like a week after I started my channel, I found out we were having a baby, and I was like, oh, like this isn't gonna work anymore. Like this is not good. And so I didn't have actually for my first like maybe 5 or 6, maybe even 10 videos. I didn't have a name on my channel. I think it said like MMPR fan or something like that. And that's what it was. And in fact, my picture was a picture of me on Halloween giving out candy with my Red Ranger helmet and the Legacy one. And so I was sitting there and I was kind of like, well, like it's crazy. Like I'm gonna be a dad. Like she's gonna be my Legacy. And I'm like, oh, okay, Legacy. She's a Legacy. And I was like, poor kid. Her dad's a nerd. So in actuality, she's Legacy and I am the nerd. So the Legacy.
I like that.
So that's how it is. And as a lot of people said, like, why isn't it the Legacy of the Nerd or Legacy of the Nerd? I'm like, because there was already one "the" in it, and the Legacy is the Legacy. So it's her. She's the focal point of it. The Legacy. So yeah. 3 kids with the oldest 10. So my collecting kind of slowed. The last year I was put into a wheelchair. Oh my gosh. And I lost my job. So my collecting stopped. But being a dad is our legacy. So that's awesome. I appreciate that, man. And I hope everything's good, man. Love that Ty, you got your name on the list. Yeah, it's her. Honestly, most of my life is like revolved around her. Or I mean all of my life is revolved around her now. So I don't stream. I don't stream like until 8:30 because I put her to sleep at 7:30 and then I eat dinner real quick and I come on here. So it really is. All right, guys, we got 39 entries. We're gonna go ahead and draw in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck to everyone. And the winner is
That love muffin. Oh, thank you, man. I just want to say.
Classics by Candace.
Oh, there we go.
Congratulations, Candace. Candace, I think she found me a couple months ago, and she's actually messaged me a couple times. Super nice. So she's gonna be the winner of the JD have autograph and then the Megazord letter opener. So super awesome. Congratulations.
Nice. Congratulations.
Message me on Instagram. I need a soundboard. I just need Muffin, really. Like that's
I got some new sounds on there. I haven't updated in like forever. Back when I was streaming on Twitch.
I am so freaking low tech on this thing. Like I'm using my FaceTime camera. I got my mic on clearance. Like I'm using
the old snowball.
I'm using
nice. Hey, it gets the job done.
It's been, and the only thing is, I got this laptop. I got a new laptop just because I needed to save new pictures of the baby, and that was it. So,
right.
That's the only advancement. So, congratulations, Candace. I'm happy she's won. She's such an awesome supporter, and thank you to everyone. Everyone's been an awesome supporter, like as of ever. So, thank you so much, and Ray, thank you so much for donating the gift and to give away. It was honestly, like I said, I told you. It was too much, but I think everyone's happy that you did.
It's very cool of you, man. Legit.
No, I'm happy to get back, and trust me, this ain't gonna be the last one. I got more, okay?
Dude. Okay.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I got it.
I was gonna say you got everything you got signed. So
it's other things, but it's in the works. I got more things.
Okay. That's awesome, man. So any closing words? We'll start with Ray. Closing words for you, man. Any closing?
Oh man, everybody stay humble and let's try to love one another and keep it peaceful with all this drama going on. I mean, we are the fans.
Agreed.
100 with each other.
Right. Appreciate it.
Agreed. 100%.
Adam, what about you?
Just follow the page. Follow the page, man.
More phenomenal. Cat or one of my mods. Can you put his link? Instagram? You want Instagram or Facebook?
We kind of do both. So
okay, if you can put their links in the chat real quick, I really appreciate that, mods. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Muffin, anything for you?
Follow this guy here. Make sure you spread the word. He's been doing great. Love seeing his stuff when it pops up. Love being on it. Other than that, just follow the page. We're taking a slow breather now, but we'll be around still. So I just hope, like Ray says, we all just kind of keep kind to each other with like everything that's going on. Cause that's what I like about meeting everybody here right now. Like even Ray today, like this just shows Power Rangers is mainly about community. Of course, the louder voices are going to be trying to be divisive, but at the end of the day, we're all here, we're all together, we're stronger united. Right. And I think I don't see why that needs to be gone for any simple things. Have your own opinions. It's okay if you don't agree with the main majority. Right. But just be kind to each other, and we'll catch you in the next streams whenever we can. Just enjoy Power Rangers, man. That's what it's for.
I really couldn't say any better, and that's my thing too. I feel like there's a lot of negativity right now. And whether there's drama or not, the reality is like we could always just be nicer to each other. Like the news is going to come out one way or another, right? We can't stop the news coming out, whatever if we wanted to, right? But like we don't have to be attacking anyone. We don't need to be, just being negative all the time, right? Like even if the news is negative that we get, we can still be good about it. That's the big thing about it. So
exactly.
I want to thank, people in the chat. You guys have been supporters. Milady Cat, who's on the team now. Joseph Jackson, Patrick, who's been awesome, man. I love that I could text Patrick now. That's so cool. Maddie, Mid Tennessee Geek, AZ. Cody, he's saying, I'd love to be a guest. Yeah, I think I'm going to do an open stream soon. I think we need to do that. We haven't done that in a long time. Ranger Restoration Repair, he's an awesome guy too. Austin, he's a great guy. John, my dad's baby. Wanda, always amazing. Love you, Wanda. Nick. Laura, she's been I think she's fairly new, or maybe she's new to like making herself known, I want to say, but like appreciate it. Roadhog, I love you. Roadhog made that for me, the little sign out of acrylic. It's freaking awesome.
Nice. That looks really cool. I like that.
It's so cool. Everyone in the chat, I want to say thank you. You guys have been awesome. I don't, as always, I never know when my next video is going to come out, but I do got to get some of these panels out. I do got to get some of these interviews out, and then Milady Cat was at GalaxyCon this week in San Jose. She got like 3 interviews, which was awesome. And she also won her cosplay contest. So she's a cosplay champion.
Nice.
Congratulations to Milady Cat. Guys, again, like I said, just be kind to one another. Some things may be coming out soon, you know, or I don't know if that's all that's coming out, but if it does, we can always handle it, you know, positively. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Thank you.
Later.